blockbuster, this ain't a rental. Choking moody, all these diamonds up in my dental. I get never minded if I offend you. I need the silence, chaos is in my mental. You need a PJ first class, not what you went to. You need to relay, chase money like you say.
Wow, that was a good movie right there.
Chain and plane, fame name, that's insane. Pop up. You need a, in case the movies get insane.
Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas, NRG Stadium in Houston. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep. They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. He's got him in, complete. And all the way down to the 40-yard line. A big play there on the first play of the game. And even 40 yards. Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
That shit's stupid, too.
Come back.
On second down, here's Watson. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did.
Bro, you remember
when we sat in
John Gates, the man in the franchise?
Saying, hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my
help. He got to lead down too, this motherfucker. Come on, you're getting this day.
Yeah, I was in there. I got out of there, though.
Here at the 22-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the
I got your jag.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored. You give yourself your best chance.
Give me them
24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
100,000 on my head, disrespect.
A first carry for Trenton Cannon, and he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Here's Watson on the sneak, and he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Deshaun Watson taking it in. And the Texans take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Yeah, up in the total.
Now we take it in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shot.
No, I got that first round bye over there, Murder League. Bro, you 1, 2, and 2. You got 2 ties. Yeah. Who was that against you? Bueller?
Bortles leads the Jags up.
Yeah, that boy
first
Rick
and
1, 2, and
at
2.
their own 18. On first down, Bortles.
Man,
He's
that's
going to take a
fucked up,
shot
bro. You
right
fucked me
away.
up.
And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun.
Hey, every time I leave out of franchise, bro,
Time to look up before
they
he
pop
was
up to that shit
in the
that happened in
backfield.
Jacksonville.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Oh, shit, bro. Nervous.
Hey, 54, Ricky. Lucy.
Here's Bortles to throw. He's got the hook up to Lee. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
Bortles to throw on 2nd down. He'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave him the touchdown.
49 fan, though, my nigga.
Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here.
How old are you?
Way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game.
I say, how old are you?
All the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that...
No, I'm just saying, because you know, we've been... No, I'm just saying, how they, you know, we want to shit like that.
Get outside of the
I don't
game
give
plan we
a fuck. I'm
expect
just saying.
and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Big Danny Stumblefield, he was like a D tackle or some shit, wasn't he? I know what you're talking about.
372. Here we go. Punch right. Move.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made by Whitney Merciless.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. From midfield, here's Bortles. Looking for Moncrief, and it's intercepted.
They on some real STL type shit.
Justin Reed, and his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jamal Agnew.
So he bringing everybody in from the little run.
It's a touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback.
Oh, pink ass.
They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started.
Okay, both my niggas live over there. Uh-oh.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. Now a hit and a loose football. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line.
Let's just call it.
Okay.
Definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone.
I'm told that just in time.
Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble now, great field position.
I do look like Meek Mill up there with that pitch a little bit. Diddy Westbrook keep popping. Shit, look at that pitch.
They'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out.
Here we go, here we go. Spread right, 72. Hey, spread left. Spread left.
Bortles on the give to Fournette. And he stopped immediately there. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. I think probably just trying to draw him off there, it didn't work.
And defensively, that's what you work on all the time. Being in that spot and being able to not jump and give them the yardage that they were desiring.
And Lambeau will put this one through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So not sure how they feel about that. They had golden field position to start the drive after the fumble recovery, but they went backward and then got 3.
Well, let's go from gold to silver, because the silver lining is they got the 3, right? You don't have a golden field position. They didn't take advantage of it. That has to feel like a letdown.
You always stand ready to pounce. Always. And now out comes Houston. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 24. Fresh off the pick six, it's Watson. He's going to launch this thing way downfield.
Man, I hate when they lock your player, dog.
The ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Well, I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick six on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and say, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
Here's Watson.
Come on.
Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson, flush to his right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they can very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Bortles. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lee. A big play there. Bortles to Lee. 45 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 22-yard line. Bortles now on 1st down. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down.
What?
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Bortles again here on 2nd and 10. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. The former number 1 overall pick, Jadeveon Clowney, in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. On 3rd and long, it's Bortles. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu, and he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where...
Who does that know about that eyeball?
And maybe becomes the guy he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays.
We
Things that
lit
get our
these.
attention and reverberate
What
from
do you
weeks to
thinking,
come.
man? See that shit hilarious.
They hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot
They
of
really
different
say,
looks here
what
in
the
first
hell is
half.
going
They come out to
on?
them, they've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep
Shit,
an offense
Doug.
guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, he be fucking the world.
Throwing again is Watson. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Fuller. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it's going to be 4 down and ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
Yeah.
Fuck, man.
Well, that's 2nd down completion.
And them goons in
And now they're
Cali.
left with 3rd
We
and
know
long.
the goons don't play.
Third and long. It's Watson. He's letting this one go.
He talking about killing us
This is
here, man.
taken in. It's complete. Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, P.I. gives him the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That could really, really be demoralizing.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. He had a great read there from his free safety position. And, Charles, you know with those guys, it's all about their eyes. They have to be laser-focused.
Yeah, I had to fake my way through it when I was playing, but now I can see exactly what they're doing. And on that play, he obviously had no presence to feel like he's being pushed for a pass. And without that, that allowed him to get up to the line of scrimmage and hold him to no gain. Dante Fowler in on the stop. One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
To throw on 3rd down, Watson. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A minute 57 to go in this first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout.
Damn, one hand on you.
Get the fuck out of here, Mike.
Who y'all talking about? Yeah, them bitches, them light skinned, them some light skinned fine ass hoes, boy. I remember they had a show. I don't remember no names. I just saw like an episode or 2 on BT.
Taken down, back at the 25. It's hurry-up mode time for the Texans, hustling up to the line.
That be bad though. 2-5.
To get after the quarterback.
Absolutely.
It's like 6 of them, man.
Here, anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
It's like 5 or 6 of their ass, ain't it?
Those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone
You should have tried too, shit.
back to the quarterback as well.
Two of their three
y'all know
red zone
what?
trips so far, they've come up empty on.
Or
They'll look to
whatever.
reverse
I'd
that trend on 2nd and goal.
have fucked whoever's gonna fucking push.
And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get
Oh
started.
shit, I've been fucking this
Calling a loss of
bitch.
2 on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
Hey, you know who be fucking me up? Y'all know that dude? Check out some boy Wally the Great.
Only to about the 4. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
You know what I'm talking about? That nigga, he be trying, man, he be talking cover. It's like,
He's counting
what's
the
the
big
shit
guys
called?
up front to escort him in, and
He be covering all them niggas in Atlanta, here in Atlanta, like 21 Savage. You know that shit. The Zone X.
Houston. Trenton Cannon, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans are in for 6.
I'm gonna leave y'all with that videos. You just let me know what you think.
The extra
Go.
point. And the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
All right, boy.
That's fielded in
That's
the
who
end
being
zone.
blocked he talking about all the time.
Able to power through. And so
I'm surprised I don't know about that boy
he's
like
at
the
the
great
50,
though.
the 40, 30, past the 20. Touchdown.
Hell no.
Jaguars.
That nigga was tired as hell.
Corey Grant, 104 yards. And the Jags are able to cash in for 6.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here.
Hey, that black guy, she got to look fake as a
To the
motherfucker.
27. And here comes the Texans now. And
Yeah,
with
that's what
time
I'm saying.
fading here in the second quarter. Not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a play fake here on first down. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first
Who
half.
the fuck is Noodles Water?
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a
Noodles
second
Water.
down and 17. Here's Watson now on second down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Shit,
What a
that big
difference a
beat.
week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Shit, them niggas went to New York and everything
They're
already.
not going to hold that number, not
Oh,
in this
man.
league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Here's Shane Leckler now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fielded just inside the 30. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. A good return there, 17 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Very good starting field position
What
for
he
the
say?
Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10.
11B.
Come on, man.
The final shot before half for Bortles. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let this go deep. Back over the middle. And incomplete. A drop
Incomplete.
there
That's
the
still in
middle
his
third
basket. Look
field.
how you see that
That'll
shit.
bring up second down. So we've come upon halftime
He still
here
had
in week
it.
17. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. The
Nah,
final
it
two
hit
quarters
the
of the
ground,
season
Lowe's.
upon us as the second half of week 17 is underway. Here's Corey Grant now to return. And it's a
Man,
pretty
looked
good
like he
return
still
here as
had
he'll
that
get it up
motherfucker in
to
his
the
basket.
29
Yeah, it hit the
line.
ground, but once he
Out come
rolled
the
over, it was
Jaguars
back
now
up
as
in
they'll
his
go on offense first here
his
in this
stomach.
third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my
As soon as you
favorite
said
subjects,
something, you know I was
tendency
looking forward to
breakers,
see
or
what you was
counters,
talking
as I
about.
also like to call
Right.
them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball
The
game.
adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt, show him one thing, hit him with something else.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Hey, 54, Ricky.
Throwing his Bortles. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 40. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Hello. Hello.
And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag.
What's he supposed to say?
A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15.
Yeah, I told her I had to go to work and this and that now. You know, I told her.
A shotgun snap for Watson. He sets to fire deep. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. To throw on 2nd is Watson. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Going to need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Watson. And the pressure gets to him again. Malik Jackson. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's Shane Leckler now as he's on to punt for Houston. This will be fielded at the 17. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to. And if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now.
54 Ricky. 372.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Lucy.
Bortles will try again on 2nd down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 33. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at about the 32. first down throw. Watson is going to flip one out here to his running back. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. They give him a gain of 37.
So what's the old expression that quarterbacks like to use when they decide to throw the football? I'm looking for either a touchdown or a check down. And he took the check down on that play, and it worked almost to perfection.
And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Richmond.
Out of the gun, Watson.
Yeah, we got
it. And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Oh, yeah.
They'll come out
That
in
was
the
some
pistol.
bullshit, wasn't it? You see that shit,
And
man?
movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag. That false start costly. Moves him back to the 9 now, first and goal. After the penalty, it's Miller. And now Miller fumbles. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
76. Let's go.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he's got room. He's got room to run past the 20. Finally taken down at the 32-yard line. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a first down.
Every team in the league always wants explosive plays, breakout plays, and even more so when it's your horse who's had a tough time during the game.
Yeah, not that great in the first half. Maybe he can recalibrate here in the third and then carry that over to the fourth.
Hey, Los, you on YouTube?
Strong.
What you mean?
Both y'all on Twitch and y'all.
No, I'm on YouTube.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
So statistically,
1903.
both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game.
Here we go.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
That's 2 really good stops in a row. Back-to-back tackles for losses. I mean, let's face it, they are locked in to what they're doing offensively. And now they've earned the right to rush the passer on third down, haven't they?
Yeah, and offensively, they're going to have to do something else because the run game, at least on this drive, isn't working. 3rd and 15 here after the first and second down plays went in the wrong direction.
372.
From the gun, it's Bortles. And this is caught by Jackson. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. A good pickup there, a 22. Bortles now, he's hit on just 5 of 15 throws, a poor percentage, but it's 1st and 10.
372.
On first down, Bortles. Looking long for Westbrook. And now here's another interception. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And a return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Oftentimes, when you're not winning at the point of attack for an offensive line, maybe they're getting out physical. Spread things out a little bit, make it more of a one-on-one blocking scheme. Then you don't have to win it physically. You just have to win it by position. That may open things up for your running backs.
He's letting this. That's caught at the 25. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. Watson hitting Fuller with a big one. 48 yards. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 23. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On 1st down, it's Watson. And that is incomplete. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. Now it's Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
They'll try and run for the 1st and goal. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard. And that'll make it 2nd and goal. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. He's going to get it running right. Spinning away. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags.
Oh, shit.
This
That
is
lucky ass shit.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th
boy.
quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They'll run with Cannon. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Flag 22! Flag 22!
Jim Moore.
He's going to get it running right.
Better come over and help,
And the
y'all.
2nd wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
Reset! Tiger! Set! Flag 22! Richmond! Flag 22!
Now Watson on 3rd and goal. He may try and run for this. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
I like his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs. Because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the fourth quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
And now out come the Jags. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
So we'll see how they attack them here. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last two drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Bortles to throw on second down. He's going to let this go deep for Jim. This is going to be intercepted.
What was that, Bortles?
Picked off here.
Damn.
Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him. I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills. But they've really increased it in recent seasons because the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
Coming down.
Throw left side complete. It's Fuller. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
Oh, they cheated me out, this motherfucker, man. Man, come on.
Watson now perfect.
But they cheated me on the pass rush. These niggas ain't even coming downfield.
Look at him. Carry down for Miller. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Here's Canada.
Man, kill that nigga, man.
They're going to stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now Watson.
That's a fucking fumble.
Drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Man, I'm just calling shit, little Larry.
We'll come back and see how it all shakes
That's a fucking fumble.
after this. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they managed to clock exactly right.
The ball goes dead.
The Jaguars getting set to go. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm
a franchise game,
and really being firm with his team. had one tell me once, you know, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Back to throw. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. He'll look to throw. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, second down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
He's back to throw.
Come on, catch the ball, man.
A nice hit, jars the ball free, and brings up third down.
Catch the fucking ball, bro.
Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final two plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Yep.
They'll look to throw.
The franchise, man, I don't like two of them.
Intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched.
I'm like two of them right now. I can't do it.
Instead, it gives him one more chance here on 4th down.
Yeah, I like two of them bitches.
One score down. Here we go.
They're
going to go for it here on 4th down.
I can't even get a game right now. Everybody tied up.
Back to throw.
Catch the ball, man.
Complete. They had to go for it.
So somebody just lost? What's up?
And the Texans take over an excellent field position. And the Texans set to come onto the field. They have the 3-point lead. Defense did their job. Now, late game. Although it looks good, you know the coaches, they haven't counted this as a victory yet.
I agree with you totally. Big applause for the defense, but no one is taking their headset off on the sidelines. They don't believe this game is over. The offense has to.
And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking
they need to fix that pass rush shit,
man. Game, you're inside
you be pulling down your man, the whole defensive line just stops.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Ball game right there.
Yeah, man. The game be glitching, man. That be the bullshit. Motherfuckers be wide. Motherfuckers don't even be in front of the defensive player. He have a wide open shot to him, quarterback. He just stop and look at him.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
Back to throw, Bortles. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
I had him beat.
Another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Lucy. 11. 372.
Now Bortles. He's going to let it fly. They got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That goes for a gain of 31. To throw is Bortles. Now a desperation throw deep down. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 22. Then he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. Well, they were obviously backed up. Had a little bit of space from the goal line, snapping it from the 3, but still trying to throw it. And
yeah, exactly. This is where hindsight is 20/20 comes into play, right? Seems like a good idea to throw the ball there. Maybe you'll surprise them and catch them off guard. Instead, you created a turnover, put your defense in a bad spot.
And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Bortles to throw. His throw incomplete. The linebacker, Zach Cunningham, there defensively to make that play.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss
shit? All y'all players got on black dark.
He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
380.
Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete as well.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game.
Onside.
And that'll set him back 5. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to get it back to a 1-score game. And Lambeau will put this one through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So the clock sits at 16 seconds as they line up for the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time,
they can add something to that to make that ball.
They do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much
bounce.
more
That ball
of
don't do shit. It don't do nothing but just go
like
to the
when
ground.
Coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And Watson's going to throw it here. He's going to air it out for Dorsett.
Oh,
and he's across for the late touchdown.
They won't even let me jump,
seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
Fairbairn now to add the extra point. Fairbairn good with the extra point. Around the NFL, they're in the 4th now in Green Bay. And it was the Packers able to come away with a victory. Another victory perhaps in the cards. They're looking as good as anybody as the playoffs draw near. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete.
I was
4
up on my
left
center
here on the clock.
Try and get it all back with one big shot right there. But even if successful, that doesn't get them all the way back to where they need to be. Can't totally abandon throwing the ball underneath as well.
One final try now for Bortles. Now a desperate, and this will be caught at the 30. And all the way down to the 26. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence.
Go ahead and send me that league invite.
Even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for Houston, they've indeed run the table.